Hello everyone. I have a 2004 Porsche Cayenne that has two issues. Number one, the car stereo system would work well and then suddenly shut off for a couple of days with no sound coming out from the stereo system. Two, when I open the door and get into the car from the driver's side, I get loud popping sound for a minute, and that scares the heck out of me. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to get to the Bose amp located on the rear trunk on the passenger side. But before I do so, let me explain that in my previous video I have uh, cleaned the head unit, the optical cable on the head unit, and that seems to work for a year, and right now it comes back to haunt me again a year later. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to be working on this side of the area to get the amp out. But before I do so, let me show you some of the tools that I need. I've got a set of these Starbit bolt sockets, which in particular I'm using this T25. Don't know if you can see it or not, but let me see. It's kind of hard to okay, never mind, it's kind of hard to look at it. It's T25 over here. Yeah, T25, if you can see. And this is a 8mm spanner, which we need to get into the amp and unscrew the bolt from inside. So to get to the amp is located inside this unit here. So I went ahead and removed these trims where you have the speaker. Be careful when you are slowly trying to pop these clips, that you do it really slowly with patience so that you don't break all these brittle plastics over here. Now, after removing those things, that frees up the room over here. The speaker is, the wires over here. You can actually see the amp from the inside. I don't know. Yeah, here is the amp. That's the amp that you're looking at. So, okay. And you can see it from the top side. You can also see it from this side. Here's what it looks like after taking this cover off. You can actually see the bracket over here. This bracket over here. And what sits on top of it is the amp. As you can see, I've removed some screws from here by taking out the screws over here and over here, but I wasn't able to get the star screw from over here. That's because there's not much room on it, and I didn't want to spend too much time removing this whole piece of trim over here because this involves too much work. So what I did was I went ahead and slowly pry this thing off, loosen this thing up with two hands, and gently. Again, you have to exercise some patience. If you find that it's towards the night and you don't have time, please don't do it. You'll break a lot of stuff. And then I also went ahead and slowly pop this thing out, slowly, either with a tool, a plastic tool, to kind of pry this, or use my fingers to just slowly pry them until they come off. So now you can see the amp sitting at the top. This is the optical cable, the orange optical cable that I was talking about. And also there are some wirings over here connecting to it. So you would have to get this piece off also. See, this connector. This connector is very special. It has this piece over here which you have to pull it. You have to kind of pull it to, later on you can kind of push it out this way. And wiggle it out. So there are about 3 connectors total here. So okay, I'm going to put this video to a pause, and I'm going to take it out and show you what the amp looked like. Okay, this is what the amp looks like. For my particular, it has 3 connections over here. This is for the This is for the optical cable. This is another connector, and this is the one that I showed you where you can pull it out, and I pull one of the catch, a locking mechanism to hold this connection. So this is the amp with all the fins over here. These fins are for a heat sinking device, where because the amp is emitting a lot of heat, so they need this casing over here to fan out all the heat that's from there. Now there are several screws. There are several screws over here. These are again star screws, which later on I'm going to show you how to remove it. And for me at this point, you can make a choice of go to eBay and Google for go to eBay and do a search for the whatever year model amp that you need, and by looking at the bottom over here, they'll tell you, okay, for mine you can either search by this number 7L5035-456F, or you can search by Bose Amp 4166, and they'll come out. They'll give you some of the selections from I saw was from 2003 to 2010 or 2012, 2011 I think it was. So mine is a 2004. I can spend those money to buy those, or I can just, but I went ahead and removed this because I went I searched on some of the rentless forum, the Porsche forums, and one guy mentioned that there was this relay that you can change, and why is that relay is the answer to this. It makes a little bit sense because based on the symptoms that I'm getting, where the sound, with those loud popping sound, imagine in sometimes in a PA system or something, sometimes when you have the amp already connected, or the speakers already connected and they're ready to go, and then you plug in the amp, and then you have the mic, plug it in, you hear that popping sound. So it's clearly a situation of an on-off situation. So since this unit here doesn't have an on-off switch, so the on-off switching system is basically I guess the mechanism is ruled by the relay on the inside. I'm going to pause this video again. I'm going to basically take it home and disassemble this and show you which component that I actually removed. Okay, so I brought the amp back into the house, where I remove 8 screws over here with the star bit socket, and 4 screws from the fan side, from this fan side, and 6 screws from the connector side. So on the fan side, when you pull it off, you will actually see a cable, but I've already disconnected it. The fan is connected to a there's a connector over here. You might need to press it in and unhook this and take it off, and then you come over here to get this off. You basically slide this guy out, and it comes off. Connector still stays. This is the plate. It's just to lock the device. Now to really open this up, you have to get to this space over here where you try to pop this. This on this side is actually latched it in over here, but you have to pop this side upwards in order to pull it out. So let me put you on a hot pause over here so that I can show you. Okay, to pop this out, I went ahead and used this, but I think it's probably better to you just kind of go through here and kind of pop it up, kind of like pry it open, or you can use a flathead screwdriver to pop it out, and there you have it. So once it's popped out, you will see the component inside. I wanted to show you the component that I actually replaced, and yeah, this cable, the flex cable over here, it's pretty hard, so you might want to extend it slowly so that you don't break it. you don't break it. And let me show you that component. Ah, very good. Okay, this is the component that I was looking at. This component over here. This component over here. I don't know if you can get a focus over here, but let's see. Still kind of hard to get a focus. Anyway, this is the relay. So what you need to do is in your amp itself, yours might look a little bit different, but look for this this little coil, this big coil over here, right next to it. This is probably the relay, and it has 5 pins. And what I did was this is something that I've already done. I've already replaced it, and this is the actually this amp is in working condition now. But I wanted to show you because after the fact that I've replaced it and it worked, and I kind of recorded that video to show you. So where did I get this component? So I went onto the internet and searched, I went to search by the part number of this. Maybe you can see this, and it's also located on the that product itself. It says JSM1A, or whatever it is. So it has a 12V-5. It's a 12-volt relay, and it says here, okay, it says here, automotive relay SPST 15 amp 12 volt is single pole, single throw. So this amp itself, and this is the part that's replaced. So you can see this little thing over here. It cost me only $1.75, and shipping probably cost about $5, and I got it under $7 to replace this. This is the bad component. This is the original. What was original on this amp. I hope I can show you the is there a way to kind of focus? Problem with focus here. If you can see that component, great. Okay, hope that is visible to you. You just go to Google and search this, and it came up with this manufacturer called Digi-key, and Digi-key sold this component, and it was $1.75, and by first class mail they sent it under $7. I was able to get it about 4 or 5 days later. Wasn't in any hurry. So I wanted to make sure I located this right part before I tend to, and this was originally in there. This was originally in the okay. This was originally in there, and I've replaced it, and it's working now. So what I did was then I had to reassemble it, and that's pretty much it. So this is the assembly. I will assemble it back, and everything is in the reverse order to put it back, and I tested the sound system, and it worked perfectly. It worked great. Okay, thanks for watching my video. Hope that helps.